19 days into the U.S.-Israel air campaign, the night sky over Tehran lit up. The target was Ali Larijani, Iran's top security chief, and the strike was a success. This chart shows a sudden, volatile 5% upward spike in global oil prices. That spike happened almost immediately after retaliatory strikes hit the world's largest gas field, South Pars, sending panic through the global energy market. In the past, eliminating a central figure meant the end of a war. When the United States dismantled the central leadership of Saddam Hussein in Iraq, the military and the government rapidly collapsed. Yet in Iran, relentless headhunting strikes have successfully eliminated top-tier leadership, but the nation's military infrastructure remains completely intact. In fact, it has become increasingly aggressive. The United States misjudged how Iran's military is actually built. What was planned as a swift decapitation strike has instead turned into a protracted, unwinnable quagmire. The reason Iran survives these strikes lies in a specific military doctrine known as the Mosaic Defense. The Mosaic Defense is a decentralized strategy that breaks the armed forces into hundreds of autonomous, self-sustaining units rather than relying on one central command. To understand how it works, look at a traditional Western military. It operates using a top-down, centralized command structure. If you eliminate the top leaders, you sever the brain from the body, making the entire system highly vulnerable to decapitation strikes. The Mosaic Defense intentionally fractures this traditional setup. Instead of a single pyramid, the military is decentralized into an interconnected web of independent, leaderless clusters. When top leaders are assassinated, it doesn't break the chain of command. Local commanders already possess the authority, the weapons, and the pre-planned protocols to continue executing missile and drone operations entirely on their own. Targeting individual leaders is useless against a network designed to function without them. It doesn't halt military operations, it merely triggers automatic retaliatory strikes from the surviving clusters. Iran also uses this exact structure for offensive retaliation. Rather than engaging in direct military confrontation, they rely on asymmetric warfare. The primary targets of this strategy are critical global energy hubs, like the United Arab Emirates' Habshan gas facility. This creates immediate diplomatic panic. To protect its own energy sovereignty from getting caught in the crossfire, Qatar expelled Iranian diplomats within 24 hours of the strikes. Iran also leverages a massive geographic choke point. By laying naval mines in the Strait of Hormuz, they have paralyzed U.S. naval movements in the region, keeping American warships out of the bay out of here. Iran's most devastating weapon is not its missile stockpile. It is their ability to weaponize geography and time, holding the global energy supply hostage to deter any further escalation. This protracted conflict is causing cascading geopolitical consequences, beginning with the fracturing of traditional Western alliances. NATO countries and the UK have shown stark hesitation to participate. They recognize this conflict not as a winnable military campaign, but as an economic black hole. Within the United States, the prolonged war has isolated the administration and fueled increasingly extreme political rhetoric. As the war narrative fails, the administration's response has grown desperate. Officials have even escalated to labeling critical war reporting and the free press as treason. This distant military stalemate hits directly at home. The weaponization of oil supplies fuels global inflation, ensuring that everyday consumers feel the impact of the war every time they open their wallets. The era of swift regime change wars is dead. Superpowers are simply unequipped to fight these decentralized, asymmetric tactics. By misjudging the Mosaic Defense, the United States hasn't defeated Iran. They have inadvertently triggered a global economic crisis that everyday citizens will be paying for years to come.